my container garden. Let's see what's going on. First, I want to say the spinach that came back all nice and lively, half of them in one container kind of came out and they're still flopping over, and there's roots starting to come out of the top of right under the leaves on the stem, and those roots are starting to go into the ground. So one, that's cool, that's more stability for this very flimsy stem that is trying to gain its strength back. And the spinach is just kind of really taking off. I don't really know, I need to look up how much room spinach needs to grow, but so far so good. Only reason I mention that is because I thought, in my opinion, it seemed like they had more room for the roots to span outwards, but that's not exactly what your plants are trying to do. They're trying to go down. The only reason I know that is I dissected the plant by crumbling the dirt around each of the spinach plants. I know, probably shouldn't have done that. It's very shocking to some plants. I could see that the root was mainly trying to grow down. So I put them in those big spinach and grape containers. Hey, another good way to help reduce your waste, I guess, is to reuse your plastics. That's what I've done with these grape and spinach containers. It seems to be working great. There's already drainage holes in the bottom of the grape containers, so those actually are better than the spinach containers. But as you can tell, the pepper plant that I planted in this tiny sauce cup is taking off a lot faster than these other pepper plants that are the same age. They're the exact same age, but just because I moved them to a deeper container, the pepper plants started to grow a lot larger faster. My box garden is doing pretty okay. No blooms or anything like that yet. And I have this random squash plant that started growing because I took all the seeds that I didn't feel like cooking. I just, I always do it, but I didn't really feel like it right now. I just threw them outside. If I have any garbage that I know will add some nitrogen or some nutrients or minerals to my yard, I'll typically just throw it in the backyard. One, it's not stinking up your garbage can, and two, it's nutritious, and plus birds love grapes. I didn't know that. Are grapes bad for birds? I don't know. Yeah, I have this squash plant, and it's just growing because the seeds I threw in the yard just kind of like started sprouting next to my box garden. That's interesting. Maybe something will come out of it, but if not, whatever. I wasn't really trying. My opinion, if you have egg cartons, that's fine. Just to start. As soon as they start sprouting, you're gonna have to move them again, and then you risk shocking them if there's not that much dirt. I would suggest using those biodegradable, deeper, at least, what is that? You know what that is. Deeper container, in order to give it more space to grow a little bit more before you have to transport it. And that would probably save you some stress. That's my tips. That's how my garden's doing today. And like I said, try to get bigger containers. Egg cartons didn't really work. Use some sauce containers that you got from like Little Caesars or anywhere else where you can get little plastic sauce containers and drill holes in the bottom of them. That's what I did. I like to make my own jam and stuff, so I have those containers. Like, if you want to take some to work, just put it in those containers, but now it's good for plants. But other than that, that's all I got for today. I hope these tips were helpful, and I hope that you learned what not to do.